Oh, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Michael Hall. Let me go on record right now saying I don't know if I ever want to watch WWE again just for this one reason. Mr. McMahon is retired, so at this point, what's the point? At any rate, we're in process of we're just beginning AEW. I don't know where they're doing the show tonight, but at any rate, we are live. We're just starting with AEW, and I'm not going to keep it paused though. Before I turn it back on, I would just like to kick off tonight's show by saying, ladies and gentlemen, I have to go to the bathroom, so therefore I will be right back. And I thought that that would, and I thought that that would be the kind of earth-shattering announcement to kick off tonight's show. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to take a piss. So, on that note, let's watch wrestling. I'll be right back.
And you forgot to introduce me, Michael.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is John Batcher. And you can watch along with John till I come back. I will be back momentarily.
As what Justin Roberts said, we are kicking off with John Moxley. Will be taking on Rush.
Mr. Ross, Mr. Maniac, man with the mask, you're looking divine tonight. Thank you, sir. It's Wednesday night, it's Dynamite. The Blackpool Combat Club, we've got more gold than Tiffany's and Jewelers. Tonight's the night that Brian Danielson comes back. I'm reviewing the dog with 2 wins. I can't believe it.
I love the 2 willies. What are that mean? Yeah, you getting 2 willie problems?
No, I have a once, but I took some headed down this like I dress. But there it is, the interim AEW World Champion.
He's a piece of work, Andy.
Sure thing, hard-hitting man, tough SOB for sure.
John Moxley won that AEW Interim World Championship back at Forbidden Door, defeating Hiroshi Tanahashi. And in his first reign as AEW World Champion, started at Revolution 2020, where he defeated Chris Jericho. Jericho's still smiling about that to this day, JR. Moxley, yeah, he is, no doubt about that. That'll be a score settle at some point in time. Moxley's AEW record, ladies and gentlemen, get this. 53 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw. You can make money on that record.
My record is the opposite. Take your hands from that when I'm skipping.
I'll be right back, YouTube. Just like Michael Paul said, I gotta put the dishes up.
Competitive match.
Ladies and gentlemen, that this is the biggest match he's ever had in pro wrestling.
Bruce, a 2-time former Ring of Honor World Champion, held that title for 575 days. Now looking to add the AEW Inter World Championship to his collection of accolades. He's swiped the knee of Moxley.
To that point, the Ring of Honor title defense is not really some of the names defeated. Jake Lethal, Cody King, Jeff Cobb, those are no jokes. None of those men.
Bruce has a knee streak exactly like John Moxley. That's why I'm so interested in this. And this is a great test for John Moxley.
Everything Bruce does goes a power and high impact.
Bruce, of course, you mentioned the Blackpool Combat Club. Bruce is part of La Faction. He's over Noble alongside Andrade El Idolo. Bruce showing Moxley, hey, I can play dirty.
Have shared this passion for this business for so long, getting together once a year. In some cases, I imagine these are guys who haven't seen each other for decades. getting together and in a more sort of intimate atmosphere where you do have that kind of scene where you just described, where you pull up in front of a bar and you share a beer with an old friend who just happens to be a wrestling legend. So yeah, I definitely got to get out there one day.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Pat, how long have you been going?
I've been going for 4 years now, and on top of everything that Dan said, you can get all this plus it's in beautiful Las Vegas. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not in Waterloo. Yeah, but it's not like it's in April, it's in Vegas, it's beautiful outside. So me coming from Montreal, on the East Coast where a week ago it was still snowing. It's just a beautiful vacation at the same time. So it's just the awesome, the most awesome place you can be right now.
Yeah. What if any, are some of the cool things you've seen so far?
Well, I said there was the wrestling show. There's Casino Royale, great opportunity for me to get out any kind of scouts of the PWI 500 that I wouldn't get many opportunities to see in person otherwise. Last night there was a title change, seeing Steve Anthony win the NWA Junior Heavyweight title, beating Jushin Liger. And match with both Bruce Stark and Rob Conway interfered in. But a new champion crowned, a new NWA champion, and seeing a legend like Jushin. And we've had a lot of people so far. We've had the opportunity to talk to Malaya Hosaka is in, she'll be receiving an award. Awesome Kong is in. Lisa Marie Barron, the former Victorian and Tara, she's receiving an award. Absolute sweetheart, she was sitting front row ringside for the matches last night. And to see her reaction, this is great. Seeing Victoria react when Jushin Liger came out, she was jumping around like a little kid. And it's great to see somebody that you look at as a Hall of Famer or great wrestler like Victoria herself being a fan of shows like these. And those are the really cool opportunities that you don't really get to see in a lot of other places.
Sounds great. Hope you're taking pictures, recording interviews, and we hope to do some of that. We hope to get something at the end of this podcast. You just mentioned a host of great female competitors, wrestling legends, which might be a good way to transition into a project that both you guys are working on. Why don't you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, I've been with Pro Wrestling Illustrated for 18 years or so. Pat LaPrade here, who's joining me, is a noted historian and writer, particularly with the history of pro wrestling in Montreal and Quebec. And he did the book Mad Dogs, Midgets, and Screwjobs. And we kind of announced that we are going to be working on a book about the history of women's wrestling. So Pat and I have made a deal with a publishing company, with ECW Press, and we're working on that quite a bit. And it's a great opportunity here because Victoria, Malaya Osaka, Awesome Kong that I mentioned, Gal Kim, and Beth Phoenix will all be in town this week. And Santana Garrett, again, formerly the AWA Women's Champion and Shine Champion now, and others who just kind of pop in. Some great names from the past and current indie stars. So we'll be having a lot of time to talk to them and get work done on the book.
That's great. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Pat, why don't you give your assessment of the current American women's wrestling scene? I mean, if you're a historian on women's wrestling, I know that there was a time that there was nothing hotter. If you go back to the years of people like Mildred Burke, she was as big a star as they came, certainly big enough to headline major shows. And women like Malaya Hosaka were part of the glory days of Japanese women's wrestling. And so, as much as divas are hot right now and all of that, it can't compare to other cultures at other times and how big women's wrestling has been, right?
Yeah, well, definitely it's not the same as it maybe used to be in those days. Therefore, when I see what they do with the women's in NXT, I really like it. Actually, I believe that in NXT they're giving the women's time, to work a good match, and you can see the end result. I mean, Shara has been having great matches with Sasha Banks and Bailey and all those girls. So I mean, it's there's a lot of difference between what they do in NXT and what they do on Monday nights or on pay-per-views with the current divas. I mean, as far as the American women's scene goes, of course, if we get WWE out of this, it's mostly indies.
Yeah.
But I mean, Shimmer women athletes
I had
are
I
really
had
like the big all-female promotion for close to 10 years now. So, if anyone is really interested in seeing good women's matches, probably like when women wrestling was well up, 50 years ago. I mean, Shimmer to replace to be right now, it might, on some levels, it might compare to a lot of what the Japanese female were doing in the 80s or the 90s. And I mean, a lot of them are actually wrestling shows. A lot of Japanese. It's really international. You got Japanese, England, Australia, Canadian girls. It's really an international promotion now that runs 4 tapings twice a year. So that's the biggest right now. But you can also shine it down in Tampa, who's doing good. WSU in New Jersey. In Montreal, we have NCW Fan Fatale as well. So I mean, there's a lot of very very good indies, all female indie promotions. And I just hope that one day WWE will be able to bring those great wrestlers they have right now and that they are about to sign, because just recently they signed a few more that women's wrestling fans were able to see at Shimmers and all those places. So that can bring back good women's wrestling on TV, and not just a minute and a half 8 women match on TV. Even the women's they have right now, some of them could do way more, but they're not giving them the time to do so. So it's hard to show what you can do when you're in the ring for 20 seconds every week. It would be hard for men as well. So I mean, I just wish that they get to that point one day.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned all these other places where they're doing it right. Obviously all these independents internationally, and even WWE's own developmental system have shown a knack for being able to present women's wrestling respectfully, athletically. The only place really where it doesn't seem to be done right is, unfortunately, the one place that matters most, and that's WWE. That makes me wonder if it's really all about the vision of Vince McMahon and maybe the flawed vision of Vince McMahon and what he thinks women's wrestling is and how it should be presented. And really, I mean, there have been little glimpses like Trish Stratus and Lita, but those have really been the exception to the rule. And really going back 30, even 40 years, I don't know that WWE's ever really gotten it totally right. Certainly as long as Vince McMahon has been at the helm.
Trish and Lita were part of the almost the Brian Pettis era in some ways.
Right, it wasn't like everybody was like them while they were putting on the good work.
Oh, so that's why you were watching.
I don't even remember, like Candice Michelle types or having pillow fights and that kind of thing. So it wasn't like the Trish and Lita era, simplified, quality, respectful wrestling by Vince. That was, even at the time, kind of an anomaly.
Maybe it's that. Maybe it's not Vince. Maybe it's just a company discipline. But I guess we'll find out whenever Triple H and State take over. And when you look at it too,
Okay. That was PWI podcast I was listening to, by the way.
Head off too, like respect that, Bruce.
I do. I've been watching Bruce Lee. In fact, there was a time when I got a virus and my former company wouldn't take him because he was too, let's say,
Too physical.
yes, too violent.
Oh, we embrace that here. Moxley already bleeding. That was Bruce biting the head of John Moxley. And that's the violent streak of Bruce.
And he thrives on violence. Look at it. Oh, dear me.
That's quite disgusting. But, hey, this man shows he's in for blood. He's out for blood, I should say. That's what Bruce is showing Mox right about now. You've got to play next to the guy like Moxley.
And Moxley's getting dominated here in the early going of this championship match.
Bruce knew exactly what type of match he was walking into, and he got the jump on the champion here tonight in their opening contest.
Off the break the count right there. That's smart. Don't want this damn thing to end on the count out or be a lot of occasion.
What's it? Jose! Oh, that referee's attention diverted. Very nearly missed Mox.
He's going to fight for his life here. Now, look at him.
Good thing Mox got out of the ring. I'm going to destroy his leg.
Bruce full of confidence, great abilities. He's hard hitting.
And he turned it in. Bruce tripped still right side barricade.
Moxley said, I may be down for a few moments, but I'm right back in it.
This is where John Moxley comes alive. When he's taken to his limit, he will fight and fight and fight.
I agree with you, Regal, for sure. You're spot on right there. Right there, Moxley showing Bruce. I'll bring it up to you in next one, buddy.
Moxley's working on a 14-match winning streak.
Suplex on the outside by the champion, John Moxley. And Moxley, likewise like Bruce, breaks the count.
Moxley wants to win this thing or lose it like a man. Pinfall or submission.
That's one thing about John Moxley. Doesn't matter how out there he seems to be, he wants to beat somebody in the ring and prove that he's a fine competitor.
With his blood flowing and physicality like this, you are in Mox's wheelhouse for sure.
Moxley using those headbutts to create an opportunity for a little separation. But he is in control, is the champion. Pronoun boy.
If you notice, John Moxley was using those headbutts right to the cheekbone, not to the top of the head, right to the cheekbone of Bruce.
Coming up at the end of August, AEW will be in Chicago all week long for All Out. First time on Wednesday, August 31st. Rampage on Friday, September 2nd. And then All Out on pay-per-view Sunday, September 4th. Three-event combo ticket packages are available right now. AEWTX.com and Ticketmaster.com.
Well, that's a cool deal. Oh, that's a great deal. That ticket combo is up for your park games in the Chicagoland area.
This is where, this is what Moxley wants. He wants a slugfest in the middle, but he's got to be careful. Because Bruce will complete the fight also.
Moxley underestimates Rouge, and Rouge's striking abilities. There's a cover. Parlay hooked to that near fall in Rouge.
Mr. Ross, I have to correct you there. John Moxley doesn't underestimate anything about Bruce. Believe me, when we were talking about him before. As I said, I have known Bruce for a long, long time, and everything that I know about him, John Moxley knows. Let's put it that way.
Bruce primarily in his career a tag team competitor, whether it be traditional tag or trios matches, but he's been a singles competitor in his career as well. He participated in the G1 Climax tournament in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
That's prestigious as hell.
Yes, it is.
Bruce getting more nasty now.
Well, see, a situation like this is one of the only times I would endorse the referee leaving the ring and administrating under the situation.
Well, I get your point, Gerald, but to the ref's credit, he is counting right now for the heel of the maneuver and for both men being on the outside. Well, our opening contest continues in picture-in-picture. Bruce challenges John Moxley.
This is Rampage.
I thought they were done doing picture-in-picture.
I'm surprised you even realized that. Because you seem more interested in your phone than the show.
I'm okay.
Are you sure you want to watch?
Yeah. I just gotta do some stuff in my card game real quick.
Hold on.
Hold on, what?
I have to backtrack something. Wait a minute.
With insurance.
I know that's weird, right?
Well, any weirder than faking a burst pipe?
got them carried away. How many sharks did we say we needed? AEW Dynamite live on TBS, where Jon Moxley and El Toro Blanco Rouge are going to war for the AEW Interworld Championship.
Oh, let's go! Their titles suplex off the top.
Yeah, big power right there by Moxley on that superplex. But throughout the break, we saw Rouge go toe-to-toe with the AEW Interworld Champ.
Rouge has been well prepared by his entourage, of which are many.
Just a reminder for the fans of the Twin Cities, AEW will be returning to Minneapolis for Quick by the Lake on Wednesday, August 10th at the Target Center. Tickets available right now, AEWTIX.com and AXS.com. And also, we will be returning to Arthur Ashe Stadium in Queens for AEW Grand Slam on Wednesday, September 21st. Tickets available at AEWTIX.com. This is what most guys can't do with Mox. Go toe-to-toe, we'll watch it. Rouge just bring it.
I am impressed by Rouge's toughness, and we've always been enormously proud of what Jon Moxley is and what he does to represent this brand.
Left and right combination. Well, Moxley got a German suplex by Rouge, but Moxley up to his feet.
Moxley catch, he got caught in it. He retaliates with one of his own.
Rouge, oh, yes, gets elbow. Watch out, Rouge. Oh, kick, caught, lariat by Moxley. Saw that coming there. What a shot by Mox.
Moxley's got so much intensity, so much will to win, no matter who he's competing with. Yeah, that was slick.
Right on top of your beam.
Yeah, that was a slick way to get that suplex on the table, fellas.
Quick snap German. Rouge using Moxley's momentum against him. But you can see the physicality of this match.
Rouge needs to capitalize on it, though. I shouldn't be calling you.
Too late.
Too late will be the guy with the man with the bargains passes you by. You had a bargain there, Rouge, and you should have taken it.
Rouge with the crossface applied. Bite that hand, bite the wrist if you're Mox. He's going to bite this guy's part of the gauntlet. I think that's the only you're right. Yeah, that's allowing Rouge to keep it on, but now Moxley transitions, rolls Rouge back, hits the ankle. And Mox, they're kicked to the midsection, and now, stop sitting, baby. The wrist captured and the heel of the boot into the jaw of Rouge.
It is all legal because the flat of the boot is a legal surface.
And I learned that, didn't he, Gojo? That's just...
You will and has.
Well, that's true. Cool Jones. I like that. That's good stuff, Rick. Moxley looking the paradigm shifter, maybe even the Death Rider.
Back elbow. Got Rouge out of that predicament.
Belly into the buckle.
No regard for a man's safety or anything else. That's Rouge. He knew where he was position-wise, so close to the turnbuckle.
I'm very impressed. I'm just so impressed with Rouge.
Yeah. Well, JR,
It's strange when you're on the. I should be cheering for Jon Moxley, which I am, but I'm impressed about his opponent tonight. Incredible showing here.
I was fixing to say, JR, you were spot on about the ring placement of the body of Mox by Rouge. That was very smart with that throw. Now, maybe
Rouge, excuse me, usually, the ring as a tag team partner. Now Moxley biting back.
what's Mox going to do here? He just threw that tablet into the ring. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm trying to heal him.
Oh, Moxley.
Let's give a short though.
Moxley cracks himself on that top rope. Thanks to that push from Andrade.
Rouge's partner, Jose, referencing Jose. Rouge's partner, La Facción going that way. And the Lucha Brothers, they've both been unmasked by Rouge. In recent weeks, they haven't forgotten about this. And the Lucha Brothers are trying to Moxley the wall.
Oh, spear ball. A close spear ball.
Never the opportunist, but it didn't work. And Rouge threw his entire body into that elbow strike. Sure thing, everything. Hip started, and then the rest of the body followed. And Rouge don't get it. He's just like those double knees in the corner, but Moxley counters.
Moxley caught Rouge with his momentum in Moxley's favor and took advantage of it with that clothesline.
A knee placed underneath the jaw of Jon Moxley. And now Rouge, oh no, straight jacket pile driver.
Oh, that doesn't do it. It ain't Rouge's night.
He's got him. Ooh.
One thing that we've been working on with the Blackpool Comeback
Club. Whenever anybody tries to drive your head into the floor, turn your head a little to the side. It takes a lot of the brunt from it.
We should be talking at 95 in Fort Lauderdale, but I digress. The boot across the jaw of Moxley, and now Bruce is locked in this now, but he's locked it in here. He may be giving Moxley the horns as Moxley down in the corner. Bruce advertised it too long. Right. Too many sales messages there. Moxley had time to regroup, reprocess, and there you see the advantage. Whiplash his own head too, JR did Bruce. And Moxley identified it, going after the neck of the challenger. Smart. Oh, Bruce went backwards. Headbutt though, Dennis. I like that. Smart. That was even more. That was excellent. I like that. Moxley ducks under the knee. Moxley. That might be it. Blood. Oh! Bruce shows great toughness, but Mox goes immediately for the bulldog. He's going to try to put Bruce to sleep. That's smart wrestling right there. Don't waste any more time, anytime.
No wasted motion. Make everything you do mean something else. Don't bother doing it. That's what John Moxley's supposed to
That hip forward like he just did. It's over. It's over.
Bruce goes out.
Oh, what a minute.
World champion, John Moxley.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Regal. Thanks for joining us.
Gentlemen, thank you and good night.
John Moxley retains the AEW Interim World Championship. And remember, CM Punk. Whoa. What the hell? Well, we know what this is. Then why is it playing now? Well, there's the man, the wizard himself.
You say wizard, I say Tosmo.
Look at that broken nose. Look at the left. Broken nose, courtesy of Eddie Kingston last week. Barbed wire everywhere, fans.
Here we come now! This garbage dump of a town doesn't get the same treatment. But here is something you can do. AEW.
I know that, AJ.
Appreciate us.
Cool hand, Angelo Parker, and the newest
Moxley, I just had to come out here and congratulate you. What an amazing match! Amazing match! You've done a great job as the interim champion. You are on a roll, my friend. But it's nothing compared to the roll that the Jericho Appreciation Society is on. Look at tonight, Daniel Garcia in the main event against Bryan Danielson. Garcia's gonna kick his stupid head in and finish the job that I started. Sammy Guevara gonna annihilate Dante Martin with Ty Conti by his side. And then we got Anna. Anna called me last week, asked for an opportunity. We gave her one, and it paid off huge.
You're damn right I took that opportunity. I'm a new Anna J. Anna J-A-S. I'm the sexiest. And I'm the toughest. And I'm not afraid to prove it. I'll choke you out. I'll choke you out! I'll choke you out! I'll choke all of you out! I'll keep choking you out! I'll choke you out! I'll choke you out!
I don't know if I'm getting the AEW game.
See, that's the kind of intensity I had last week.
Huh?
When Eddie Kingston brutalized
My friend is
me.
asking me if I'm getting the AEW game, and I told him I'm not sure
He
yet.
pool of blood. He broke my nose. He threw me into a barbed wire spider web. I had to be cut out like a horsefly. But I beat Eddie Kingston. I beat Eddie Kingston. I beat Eddie Kingston. Survivors, I'm demanding my rematch for the AEW World Championship in 2 weeks at Quake by the Lake. And when I beat you, Mox, when I beat you, I'm going to be the first ever 2-time AEW Le Champion.
God, I hate you, Chris Jericho. And I hate this type of sports entertainment bullshit we're doing right now. Oh, by the way, you can take your interim and shove it up your ass, and anybody else who thinks so can do the same. I am the 2-time world champion. And Chris, I used to look up to you. That's why it's so sad. I actually used to look up to you. And I still believe that in your own way, you are the greatest of all time. In your own way, you are the GOAT. You have been everywhere. You have done everything. But everything you got going on right now, the inner circle, the JAS, you're the magician, you're the wizard, you're the champion, it's all pathetic. And this isn't the World Sports Entertainment Championship of the Galaxy. This is the AEW Championship, the championship in professional wrestling. I made it that way, and I'm going to keep it this way. So if you want this, if you want to step in the ring with me, if you got the balls, leave all that trash at home. Leave all the people who carry your bags at home. Carry your own freaking bag. To Minneapolis. I don't want the Wizard or Le Champion or your King of Trademarks or whatever your name is this week. I want the guy I used to see on VHS tapes. I used to order out of the back of magazines. I want the guy from Super J-Cup. I want the Lionheart. And if the AEW World Championship is going to be defended on my watch, it will be Jon Moxley versus the last survivor of the Heart Dungeon, Lionheart, Chris Jericho. Because this is for the World Championship, baby. Anybody else but the best need not apply.
Wow, Minneapolis. What are you waiting on? Challenge accepted, Taz. I'll say this right now, guys. The last survivor of the Hard Dungeon, that man, Chris Jericho. I've faced that guy many times. It was actually his first match in the ECW arena was against me. And I can tell you, Mox, best beware if you want that guy. Well, Taz, from the AEW World Championship is something that fans have been clamoring since almost the inception of AEW. The AEW World Trios Tag Team Championships, and JR, Taz, and I are not the first champions. We will have a tournament coming up to crown the first champions with the final live at All Out on Sunday, September 4th on pay-per-view. All Out keeps getting bigger and bigger, and right now, our colleague Tony Schiavone is standing by with Dante Martin.
And guys, later on tonight, Dante Martin goes one-on-one against Sammy Guevara of the Jericho Appreciation Society. And because of that, you're going to have to keep your head on the swivel tonight.
As a matter of fact, I am. And I know that Sammy's going to have Ty at ringside. You want to know why that is? I think it's because Sammy knows that he just can't hack it on this roster anymore. Yeah, he's been taking too many vacations around the world, eating grapes and getting his feet rubbed. Well, I've been sitting in this ring, working week in, week out, earning their respect. You remember what that feels like, Sammy? Their respect? So I'm about to have somebody in my corner tonight. And that somebody is Sky Blue.
Is who what?
All right, guys, let's go back to the ring.
I never heard of Sky Blue.
FTW Championship of Fort Bragg. They're going to let it get
For the FTW Championship. From someplace on the road, weighing to stand 6 feet 7 inches tall and weighing over 300 pounds. Evil Danhausen.
Great opportunity for the complex Danhausen.
That's a great way to say it, JR. Complex.
Tony Schiavone just joining us from his myriad of duties.
Here comes the FTW champ right now.
What makes a champion? Is it the respect on his name? Is it the commas in his bank account? Is it the foes he's conquered? Maybe what makes a champion is what he's destined to do and who he's destined to be. And this man's destiny isn't written in stone, but in gold. A future this bright, a legacy this heavy can only belong to one champion, and he is
Absolute.
The revolution is televised.
And his opponent from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing 210 pounds, he is the FTW champion, Absolute Ricky Starks.
Greg Carlin carried that FTW championship. There's the tag team partner, Powerhouse Hobbs.
Well, listen, this man right here, Ricky Starks, the longest reigning, over 370 days, longest reigning FTW champion. He's outdone me, he's outdone Sabu, he's outdone Brian Cage. Ricky Starks Ricky's open challenge next time. I almost feel like he's on a roll with this thing here, but let's see what happens.
He's very confident to turn his back on his adversary, who's only 3 seconds away from becoming the new champion.
Well, it was a big-time introduction for a big-time champion, Taz. The man that has carried the torch, carried the banner of FTW for well over a year, as you stated. And Shivani, as you know, the FTW Championship is not recognized by AEW. It's a Road Championship, a Renegade title. I heard it back in the day.
Yeah, it may be a Renegade Road title, but that was, as Excalibur said, an entrance befitting a champion. I can tell you that.
Yeah, very impressive.
Yeah.
This is it. It's tough to fix now. Prepare for guy Danhausen. It's unpredictable. He's extremely unpredictable. This could be a trap for Ricky Starks if he takes Danhausen over too lightly. Danhausen not looking to curse. Ricky Starks trying to get to the head. Starks. That's what happened.
He put that boot right on Danhausen's ear.
Well, last week we saw Ricky Starks. They put out open challenge. Cole Potter accepted the challenge. Ricky beat him. Then after the match, which I didn't know was going to happen, Ricky put out another open challenge. And Danhausen said, I'll take it. Ricky showed Danhausen how it's done, but Danhausen a pump kick. Caught Absolute Ricky Starks right in the teeth. And now overhead suplex. Good job on a normal suplex by Danhausen. Yeah, maybe, no, I thought he was looking at body strong. Instead, Starks come back go. It's eerie.
Pretty hard shot there by Danhausen.
So, baby, be careful, Ricky. Once you get a roll, oh, you get a little bit overzealous in the neck. Oh, boy. I don't like this. Roll up. Whoa. Well, the history of the injured neck of Ricky Starks. Just affected him with that turnbuckle. Affected Ricky.
I agree. He was out for quite a while. Oh, neck off. Boy, with that spear into that, man.
That might be it. Starks slicing Danhausen in half and retains the FTW champion. Smart and nailed that spear there.
Still, FTW champion, Absolute Ricky Starks.
That was smart of Ricky to do that. Oh, no, wait. Did he just signal for the... No.
We'll see. We'll see.
Ah! Very nice. Very evil, but you're not absolute. And just like last week, oh my God, I still got a little bit left in the tank. So let's bring out another challenger, and I'm for real this time.
What? Really?
Somebody's got an opportunity
Right now.
Who's going to step up?
Not smart, Ricky.
No, it's not.
He's a little bit of a renegade. Oh my!
What the hell?
I think, ladies and gentlemen, business
It's Taz's son.
Stepping up for the talent. Big mistake, Ricky. Good God, I got goosebumps. The cold-hearted El Diablo Wobble. How about the reaction of Starks? Starks a little surprised. Starks has been around the hook for a long time and trained together. Exactly at the beginning of Hook's training, as you guys know, he was.
I thought it was going to be somebody like a legend or somebody. But Taz's son.
Is that really his son, or did he just do that for the film?
That's actually his son.
But it's a smart move. It really is. Come out here. Get your shot. Well, Starks has got
What's his real name?
His real name?
Started at 2. Big difference in experience. That's a big match experience. Hook with the orange trunks on. That's a first. That's also a message.
His real name is.
This is surreal for me. The bell is rung.
Tyler, what?
Tyler Colson-Oshia. Get him, Hook.
Hard hit, and Hook staggered himself with a headbutt. Starks reverses, nice drop step there. Hook!
And his dad's name is.
Oh,
They're related.
Peter Synergia. Tyler Synergia. Yeah, that's his son.
Right hand to the jaw.
Told you.
Hook is now. Wait a second. Oh! He planted Hook. Great execution. Great execution. Well done. Toss. On his feet. Now that's an athlete, ladies and gentlemen. You're glad on your feet. Looking for the El Camino, but Starks counted it. Watch out! Knowledge! And a spear! That's what won the last match for Ricky Starks. And now Starks bringing Hook up. Starks looking over here. Rochambeau. Hook. No counters. Into the red rope. The expression on pretty Ricky's face. But that's the ring. That's the ring. Oh, Starks trying to roll. Oh, look at that. We've got a new champion. We've got a new champion. It's time for a Hook. And this match. The same championship that you stayed in your living room, Hook. Now you're the title holder. Yeah, JR, you nailed it, man. He grew up looking at that championship on my freaking mantle. I can't believe this. Oh, man. And now for the first time in over a year, the FTW Championship comes back to New York, comes back to St. Mark's Place, and a show of respect between Starks and the new FTW Champion, Hook. A lot of history behind the scenes between Hook and Starks, but there is the new FTW champ. Damn, I can't believe it. Congratulations to the young, talented Puck here on AEW.
Presented by State Farm, the official sponsor of AEW Dynamite.
And the kid's only 23 years old.
Well, that's why they gave it to him then, because he's younger.
TW champion, but of course, the only option he had was to tap out. And as a result, we have a new FTW champion. And right now, our colleague Tony Schiavone standing by with a very distraught Ricky Starks. Yeah, Excalibur, devastated is Ricky Starks, no longer the FTW champion, but you wanted a second match, and you got it. What's your reaction to all this?
Well, obviously I lost, and I'm no stranger to losing, and I'm okay with that. But I want everybody to know something.
I was given that title when people thought that it was a noose. I turned it around into a tie, and I made the most of it. I took leather and metal, and I made it into gold. I brought that title back to Providence. Nobody back there can say they did it. I did it. It was me. It's a fact. And I exceeded all expectations. And I busted my ass every day. I never gave it up. Less than 100%. And I deserve to be here and talk to all y'all for more than 40 seconds. I deserve that. That's me. And there's people back there who tell me, hey, be patient. Wait your turn. The time is going to come. I don't want to hear that no more. My time was last month. My time was last year. My goddamn time is right now. And I don't want people to say that I've had a string of bad luck. It's not a string of bad luck. It's a string of just bad timing, and that's why me and Hobbs, we're... Oh, God in heaven! What impact! What impact! What a shit on hard clothesline from behind, fellas! Well, look how freak did you just do! My God! Powerhouse Hobbs just decked Ricky Starks that bad neck. Will won't do this now. That is a spine buster. Spine on the pine by the powerhouse Liberty Hobbs. It can turn a regular move like a bat into something totally devastating. And did you see how the neck of Starks whiplashed on that? That was grotesque. Why? What the hell's going on here? I can't believe what we just saw, but right now, the Acclaimed with a message for the Gun Club. Oh my God. Yo, listen. Last week on Rampage, the Acclaimed roasted the Ass Boys in a rap battle. That's right. And obviously, y'all don't like getting roasted because you attacked us. So, this week, we're going to roast you again. That's right. You know, just to be jerks about it. That's right. And you're going to have to watch our music video, because that's how you're going to find out what kind of match we're having against you Ass Boys. Ass Boys, you want to hit the Acclaimed in the head with garbage cans, or you and Bill get real comfy and bring your ass wipe? That's right. Bring your ass cream? That's right. And you can wear assless chaps for all I care, because Friday night, the Acclaimed, we're taking out the Trash Boys. That's right. Everyone loves the Acclaimed. That's right. And everyone's going to love this video. That's right. Friday is Trash Day, and that's a mic drop.
The Chemical Appreciation Society.
Got a review of sports. Watches went down. And still reeling. What we just witnessed.
Sammy.
Full call with Eagles 29 on being accompanied by Ty Conti from Houston, Texas, 195 pounds. They call him the Spanish God. Sammy Guevara.
Good grief. Sammy Guevara made his return.
Get a room, Sammy Guevara.
Wednesday night at a time like this was the scene of blood and guts. In Detroit, Sammy Guevara thrown off the cage by Eddie Kingston, but Sammy got the last week. Had quite a the barbed wire everywhere match. Sammy's intervention allowed Jericho to land that barbed wire around Judith's effect and scored the victory.
No doubt it's now the Sammy picked his spot. Jericho's help was perfect, and that's right.
Accompanied by Sky Blue from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing 205 pounds. Dante Martin.
Hey, Minneapolis, a bit of the news here tonight on our show. And there we see Sky Blue watching the back of Dante Martin. Dante knew that Ty Conti is inseparable from Sammy Guevara. He's going to be out here, so Dante bringing some reinforcements of his own.
I like it, but I tell you this, we have all the earmarkings of a great match here. I agree with that.
Two elite level high flyers, two of the greatest young talents in all of pro wrestling, going one-on-one for the first time ever here tonight on Dynamite.
And there's similar styles here, JR, right? As we know, both these athletes, they'll kick to the air, right?
Oh yeah, this is an air game.
ground and pound probably won't be too likely.
And you know what? I know Bloody Guts was like about a month ago, but you cannot take that fall without having to do some rehab to get yourself back in shape.
No doubt. You're correct, Tone. I totally agree with you. But, you know, and Sam's the type of athlete, he's not going to tell you what's going on with him. He still might be hurting a bit.
I don't blame him. And so far, so good.
These two kids are two young men that AEW is building their future on. And they're not alone. No doubt about that.
This is interesting. I mean, this is Sammy Guevara's first singles match since April of this year, whereas Dante has been competing one-on-one regularly. He's underneath ring rust with Sammy Guevara. Dante vaults over.
I'm sure it's a rhetorical question by you guys now, but I don't think there is. An athlete like Sammy, and at his age too, and the type of matches he's had in his career, you know, I don't know if there's much rust on an athlete like Guevara.
I think you're right.
Dante trying to get under the skin of Sammy Guevara.
Follow mind game from there. Dante, the young kid's got to be careful how much mind games he plays.
Yeah. Well, that's true, because Dante, you know, he's a doer. I don't think he should get hung up and watch out here.
Sammy Guevara building up momentum. So the dropping Dante, though, left off the floor, back into the ring. Now the double boots by Dante. Dante closing in on leaps up, lands on his feet.
Basically a stalemate.
And Sammy even stunned by the agility of Dante Martin.
Well, basically, in my opinion, the way I look, it's just Dante wrecking space in the head of Sammy. Sammy's like, I'm getting that line and kicking my girl, I'm leaving. I don't blame him.
Let's go get married.
Don't blame him. Come on, Taz. You signed all over. Well, for the kids to get her on the stage, I think they might have kids by now. Oh, wait.
Dante just threw Sammy off the ramp. What's Dante got in store?
Dante's won 29 of his last 40 matches here.
Whoa!
Oh my God! Outside, no fear, completely reckless.
Never seen hand time in my life like Dante Martin.
Yeah. This match continues in picture. Dante versus Sammy.
What is this brief mortal life if not the pursuit of legacy?
Man would sooner put the realms to the torch.
Every time people think I'm in the bad mood, no, I'm not in the bad mood today, Michael. Have you ever seen me in the bad mood today when I was talking to you and Nora at work today? Huh? Did you see me if I was in the bad mood today?
I don't recall.
It's easier to be an innovator, so you can do more incredible things.
Well, I'm gonna go charge with my phone. I'll be back.
You want to wait?
For TNA, at one point, the Knockouts division was the highest rated segment. So, I mean, it can draw on a national stage. It's just that it hasn't really had the opportunities so much in WWE. If you look at what Ronda Rousey has been doing for female sports from that, you know, it shows that well done, well promoted with the right talent. Women in combat sport can be a huge star, can actually draw. So just a matter of getting the right talent with the right, promoting this the right way, and it's possible.
Obviously, they just lost one of their better performers in AJ Lee, who was announced last week as retiring. Not a huge surprise. I mean, given all the backstory there, married to CM Punk, who is still involved in litigation with WWE, and blood probably doesn't come any better than that between Punk and WWE. So, you know, it's something we talked about, Dan.
Two of the best young athletes in all of professional wrestling doing battle live here in Worcester, Massachusetts. On time by Dante Martin to set Sammy Guevara Guevara tumble on the outside.
That's a rough landing. I can tell you that. Rough landing.
I think Dante is taken to the air, guys. Dante the leap.
Oh, what timing.
The knee strike caught Dante right on the button.
Taz, I think the calls on the top rope cost him.
That little bit, I think definitely Tony cost him. Let's take another look at what happened. Here's Dante springboard, just tried to springboard off and got caught. Oh! Sammy launched over the top, wiping out Dante on the outside.
Sensational Sammy with some great offense.
And AEW's Fight for the Fallen benefits Oceania, an organization working exclusively on restoring and protecting our oceans on a global scale. Covered here by Guevara. And Oceania working to support the ban of shark fin trade in the U.S. AEW has donated $100,000 to this organization in celebration of our Shark Week promotion. Warner Bros. Discovery. You can text SHARK to 707070 to support the ban of shark fin trading in the United States.
And Sammy realized he's got Dante rocked a bit, and he's going for the kill possibly.
That's what he's got to do.
Dante, nice counter out of the GTH. Sammy, again, the knee strike. Dante's time with the brakes on.
Sammy's hell bent on that knee strike.
Wow, that was very cool.
A lot of these kids are athletic.
Yeah. Dante's got a lot of reserves.
Cover, here we go. Well, let's do it.
Sammy fired that shoulder up off the mat.
If you're intensely contained,
Maybe Sky Blue is probably like his girlfriend or
Sammy,
something.
you play possum to a degree too. You got to be careful with Guevara.
And the other thing I will say is a little hesitation there. Maybe it's injury. It was almost as if Dante was out of his game and didn't know exactly where to go here.
Dante was looking for that nose down, that double jump moonsault.
Kyle didn't count it. Can Sammy pull off whatever Sammy's got in mind?
Oh, and Dante landed on his feet when he needed something. Yeah, we tweaked that right leg when he came down. And then standing spinach fly.
Go for the cover, and he is. Far leg is hooked. Rick Knox got a 2 count out of that one.
You ain't get much deeper on that type of cover. Ty Conti looks like she's just seen a ghost because her man almost lost.
And now Dante sits out Sammy. The near leg, both legs hooked, and Sammy able to kick out.
I was worried about that next trip to the mall.
I'll tell you, it's fair. Dante is the one that's hurt with that ankle, but he's the one that's mounting the offense. She knows it too, man. This is a plan. Well planned.
That's why Dante wanted Sky Blue out there to even the odds. And now the nosedive again. Dante comes back. Sammy with the cutter. Did you see Dante's knee?
He buckled it. He buckled the screwed up knee and leg there.
Dante's passion got the better of him there, guys.
Correct.
And now Sammy with Dante on the shoulders.
Oh my God.
1, 2, 3.
Outstanding.
Good photo. Hey, sign me up. I'd love to see these guys wrestle every week. That was phenomenal. Could have went either way. Sammy got the win.
Sammy is now 20-2 in his last 21 singles matches.
And look at this, continuing the punishment after the bell to Dante Martin.
See, we don't need her in there doing this. Come on.
Sky Blue needs to intervene. Somebody needs to intervene or else.
Well, I agree.
Sammy, you can permanently injure Dante.
Yeah, and I think that's the goal for Sammy right about now.
It doesn't hurt the referee to get in there and between some people.
Well, Sky Blue got in between, but kind of knew this was going to happen, I guess. You kind of could see it was brewing.
Oh, wait,
and a JAS, I should say.
Yeah, the newest member of the Jericho Appreciation Society, Anna J. The BFFs with Ty Conti reunited. Ooh, and now just a 2-on-1 beatdown with Sky Blue.
Yeah, they're just picking their spots with Sky Blue right now. Guevara is keeping Dante down. Oh, God. Oh, wait a minute.
Here comes the coward. Ruby Soho.
Ruby Soho. Kingston's there, too. And Ortiz.
Well, the fans got their feet when they see Eddie. He's crazy as a bat hell, but he's tougher than a $2 steak.
That's what we have today, JR. A steak.
We're going to see Ruby and Anna Jay tomorrow or Friday night on Rampage.
Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? I'm not sure if it's official yet, JR, but I would love to see it.
It's that's locker room talk. I heard the same scuttlebutt backstage. You're correct, I think, JR.
But right now, let's hear from one half of the participants in our main event, Daniel Garcia.
The main event tonight for Fight for the Fall and the returning Bryan Danielson against Daniel Garcia. It's got to be one of the biggest nights of your career.
Bryan Danielson, I haven't heard that name in a couple months. Where have you been, Bryan? I know where I've been. I've been in the ring every single week, getting sharper, getting better. Have you? Have you been getting sharper? Have you been getting better? Or have you been working on your garden with your wife and your kids? Bryan, I'm fresh, I'm sharp. And if you hesitate for a moment tonight, I'm going to take advantage of you. And I'm going to send you on vacation with your family again. And after that, they're going to be calling Daniel Garcia the greatest technical sports entertainer in the world.
More Dynamite still to come.
The return to the ring of Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon. He will go one-on-one with Daniel Garcia in our main event here tonight on Dynamite. Fight for the Fallen in support of Oceania.org.
And what a match this is going to be.
Welcome to Kingsman.
Yeah.
I literally just said that. I like her better than you. The new Subway. What's your pick?
If you shop at Walmart, you get it. You know how to spend a little less to get a little more, to make life a little better.
This past Saturday night, ROH Death Before Dishonor, my best friend, my man.
Wait. Sanjay, I don't want to talk about Death Before Dishonor. Even though Samoa Joe won with an illegal choke, I'd rather talk about more pressing issues, like the unfinished business that we have with those clowns, the best friends.
Oh, yeah, they call themselves best friends. We are real best friends.
That's
if
right.
You want to Yeah, that's right. Yes.
We're real best friends.
What? What are you guys doing? You're gonna talk about us like we're not 6 feet away wearing tie-dye suits?
Fellas, you know, our dance card Friday night for Rampage is looking pretty empty, and you know your boys like to dance.
He means wrestle, and we don't mean you, Sanjay, because we know you don't have what it takes anymore. What? I don't have. What are you talking about? I don't have what it takes. Look at these muscles. I still got what it takes. Yeah, you know what? You're on. This Friday night, Rampage. It's 3-on-3. Trio's back. Let's do it. The original player from the Himalayas coming back.
Hey.
Whoa, what the hell did I just
I don't know.
Dude, why did you stop me?
What are you talking
I can't do this. I'm screwed. Why did you stop me, huh? God.
Sanjay got a little ahead of himself. Yeah, like a little more than he can chew. But right now, our colleague Tony Schiavone standing by inside the ring.
On this caliber, ladies and gentlemen, here in Worcester, let's bring in the one and only Jungle Boy.
It's a standing ovation with all the high-pitched tones. Jungle Boy returning. We're going to hear from him the first time, as I recall, since his fateful issue with Christian.
Christian Cage, the chair to the head of the man, and he considered a protege. But instead, Christian revealing that he was just using Jungle Boy all along.
Together they walk. Yeah, we saw it.
This was the scene where Christian Cage planted the proverbial dagger in the back of Jungle Boy. Damn.
Oh, man. That's sickening. That's not good.
This is something I didn't pick up on last week. Jungle Boy Returning to action with that jacket that Christian Cage placed over Jungle Boy's head and now wearing it into the ring.
It's a tough time for Jungle Boy and his family. His mother's such a nice lady. And the fans love this kid.
All right.
Why not?
After weeks and weeks of horrible, disparaging remarks from Christian Cage, finally, Jungle Boy, you're out here to respond. Obviously, there's a lot on your mind. Give us your response.
Christian Cage, you are the biggest pussy I have ever met in my entire life!
Get off your tents, kid. Tell them how you feel.
I can't believe that he said that.
And you know what? I have watched you come out here for weeks and talk all sorts of bullshit about my entire family. And congratulations, by the way. You are now the most relevant you have ever been in your entire career. But as soon as I get back here, you tuck your tail and you run. And you know what? I didn't really get it at first. What you're so angry about. You know, you said it's because I threw you out of some battle royal more than a year ago. And I guess you missed out on some bonus you would have got if you had won that match. But I mean, for someone who's been wrestling as long as you have, that shouldn't be that big of a deal, should it? But you know, then I thought a little more. And I realized why you needed that money so bad. You were strapped for cash because your wife had just divorced your bitch ass.
Oh.
Turnabout is fair play. Yes, so. Super Club jokes. It's rough.
All right, hey,
I'm working on TV.
what about a week ago with Luchasaurus? It kind of confused all of us. He had been coming out with him.
Yeah. Well, you know, just like all the bad guys in the movies with the turtlenecks and the small pricks, Chris. I mean, what do you think happened to the wife?
He's on a roll here, boys.
Christian needed somebody to protect him. So he found himself a monster. But that monster is my best friend. And what Christian didn't realize is that he was only being protected for me. Because nobody is going to get their hands on him before I do. And Christian has made it very clear that his only goal is to
I bet you $5 that he's coming out with Tyson
Christian, if you want to
Tomko.
talk shit. Say whatever you can think of, because I can take it. If you want to swing a chair and hit me in the head, swing it as hard as you can, because I can take it. 3 years ago, I was standing in a dirt hole with my Uncle Dave and a shovel, watching my tears fall into the dirt and turn it into mud.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
And I
whoa,
dug
whoa, whoa.
my father's
Whoa,
grave
hold on a
with
second,
my
hold
own
on.
two hands.
Hold on a second.
And there's
Give me a
nothing
second here. I don't mean to interrupt your time here, Jungle Boy. Something real quick I just want to say. Talking about Luchasaurus being your best friend, that was a big mistake, Luchasaurus, because you saw over the past few weeks where I could guide you. You were walking through people left and right. Your future was nothing but main events and gold for days, but you threw it all away to remain Jungle Boy's lapdog. Now, Jungle Boy, you think I ran away from you last week because I was scared? How you got it all wrong. I ran away because I was scared of what I was going to do to you if I stayed. Because you see, Jungle Boy, you think that one-man concerto, you think that hurt? You think that hurt? You ain't seen nothing yet. And it's apropos that you're wearing that leather jacket that I draped over your lifeless body. Because the next thing I drape over you is going to be a body bag. And you won't have to worry about me disrespecting your dearly departed father anymore, Jungle Boy. No, you can kick up some dirt and cozy up right beside him.
Oh, no, you stupid, you dumb mother.
You might have the monster, Jungle Boy, but I still have the advantage because you told me all your secrets. And now I'm gonna prey on your weakness.
You know, that was totally disrespectful for Christian Cage to do.
He's no dummy, Christian Cage. Got to be careful. He's cerebral. Right now, the Young Bucks standing by with the Cutler cam.
All right, guys, we're live. We didn't want to do this today.
Turn the camera off.
I got the time approved.
No, I don't care. Turn it off.
What about the Trios tournament? Tell us more.
Trios tournament.
They just announced they're going to crown the first ever AEW Trios champions. Well, I mean, look around. All your other friends are gone, and guys, that make a great third wheel.
Oh, jeez, you would never be. No chance. Now turn off the camera.
Oh, come on, guys.
Come on, are you still filming?
That's
Please.
It is. I didn't know that could get better. Oh. Hey, guys.
Oh, good, man.
Happy birthday. You get soon.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Here's tomorrow, right? Yeah. Happy birthday. Thanks.
Oh, okay, listen, man. For the longest time, I've been wanting to talk to you and just tell you how I felt.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday! John, I was bringing you cake if you ate the cake, but we got you some breakfast. John. Is everything okay?
Yeah, could you? Yeah. No, it's fine. Hey, happy birthday. Good to see you guys. Brandon, this way.
Okay, you will not believe the things we got you for your birthday. You're gonna love.
Jeez, guys, that was a little awkward.
Shut the hell up, Brandon. Cut the camera now.
Wow, what a night we are having here at the DCU Center. They are jam-packed here in. And it's only getting bigger from here on out.
We're in Worcester, Tony. Worcester. We're going to
This next match is a 1-on-1 handicap match set for a one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, the team of the premier athlete Tony Nese and Smart Sterling.
Look at Sterling, what he's wearing. He looks like Captain America threw up.
Captain America's uncle.
Well, we've seen Smart Mark Sterling and Tony Nese taking an interest in Josh Woods, the former Ring of Honor Pure Champion. And there was Nese scoring a victory over John Walters, a man very heavily associated with that Ring of Honor Pure Championship. But now, no pure rules tonight. This is a handicap match with Keith Lee banned from ringside.
Well, somebody must be pissed off with the tag champs.
It is from Tacoma, Washington, weighing 211 pounds. He is one half of the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Swerve Strickland.
Well, Tony, remember that Smart Mark Sterling and Tony Nese had the people against Swerve Strickland the petition to get Swerve removed from the roster. But this is he last what's in it, Tony.
I was going to try to get that next to
That was his answer. Yeah, with the right hand, and then it got worse. Yada. For Sterling. Sterling, yeah, Sterling got embarrassed out here.
a great kick shot. He was embarrassed when he left the hotel. Whoever made his gear should be put in prison.
I can't believe that Christian Cage had to go that low.
Remember, Keith Lee barred from ringside.
This Keith Lee, all 400 pounds of love guy.
Well, guys, but as we know out here, guys, this is a 2-on-1 situation. In handicap match, there's Keith Lee right there watching on one half of the AEW Tag Team Champs. But,
I mean, that's really disrespectful. That's like saying that
Strickland's got to keep his head on the swivel.
That if I said something about your family, you won't even like it. I love your family.
Looking forward to getting back in the Philly.
Tickets on sale this
Yeah,
Friday for Philadelphia, by the way.
WTIX.com.
Great market for us, great fans. Philly have been forever.
Swerve to the outside, but Nice.
The Swerve was one step ahead, able to block that strike attempt.
He try to rip Swerve's back.
He did, and I think
What's that going to do?
well, it would behoove Swerve to stay in the ring, not get on the outside with two naked cables.
Who's the throat?
Cross chops on the right side of Swerve Strickland.
That's more effective than scratching his back.
Yeah, but a back scratch thing, though, JR, as you know, the great brother of Ronnie Coffin, you know, all time, who's ripping his skin up in your back, it does hurt.
I don't see the skin missing.
But I can't check on the man's nails, but I hear what you're saying. Yeah, listen, I've been running guard for a long time. I know what he did.
Sterling grabbing a handful of hair. And Tony Nese now doing even more damage than Sterling. And this
Christian Cage.
continues. Picture, don't go anywhere.
Momentum has changed.
Christian Cage. How dare you say anything about Jungle Boy's family again? And you talk about his best friend, Luchasaurus? I hope Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy destroys you if you ever do find your former bodyguard. And if you cry, don't come crying to us.
AEW Dynamite back live here on TBS Excalibur alongside Taz, Jim Ross, and Tony Schiavone as we are witnessing Swerve Strickland trying to overcome the odds here in a handicap match against Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling.
Yeah, and it's been a plethora of offense put on from Nese.
You got something to add to that? What happened earlier,
Sterling
Michael?
was in momentarily, but it's been more of a one-on-one situation here. Yeah, Sterling's done really nothing but duck out of play.
No.
It looked really bad.
And a miss too by Nese and Swerve.
Oh, there's a tag. That's a tag.
Oh,
That's a tag. Yeah. Nice try, Sterling. Referee going for it. Yeah, get your ass in the ring.
Swerve.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, the right hand.
Nice counter, too, man.
Just like the one Kevin Gates landed last week.
Maybe Nese has got a glass jaw or something. I don't know. That was a nice shot by Strickland.
Back elbow by Swerve. And now Swerve up to the middle. The diving uppercut. To the back.
No place anytime we see you.
Isn't Sterling still illegal?
Yeah, the legal man's on the floor.
Okay. But for Swerve, you got to fight the guys in the ring. I understand he's not the legal man. You got to fight.
That's right, Taz.
You got to fight.
But if you're not sure,
right. It's not your job to wrap. Oh, what a shot.
Another shot to the jaw.
Oh my God.
That move was pretty sick.
This might be done.
There's no way yet Nese is going to be able to defend his attorney, Smart Mark Sterling.
You may wish his tights were blocked.
Yeah, there might be a stain back there. Subtle.
Sterling tried to take the shortcut, but Swerve Strickland one step ahead. Oh, that kick to the side of the head. Nese is lunging at the boot of Swerve, but the yellow back.
I love to get by a jury like that.
Strickland! What a shot. Swerve Strickland. Oh, wait a second. What? Keith Lee. Is that
Who the?
what happened? The World Tag Team Champions. There's Josh Woods. The man that Tony Nese, Smart Mark Sterling was scouted.
Obviously, Strickland doesn't realize what happened to his tag team partner. I think now he just looked at the big trial here, the big screen.
And Swerve, oh! Swerve's got blindsided by Nese.
Can't turn your back on your opponent no matter what.
Yeah, and Nese got that belt, guys.
Basic fundamental stuff here, man.
I got a feel maybe something, I don't know, just speculating, maybe there's something, some connection with Nese possibly and Woods. Well, there could be, but I'll tell you one thing we all know is Josh Woods is legit, buddy. So is Nese. Yeah, might have lost the battle, but he definitely won the war here.
The champions may have a problem on their hands, but right now, the men that pursued Darby Allin to San Diego, the House
There's no need for this confusion, Miro. You and I both know that this entire world is a giant hoax. Hell, we live in a society where we worship people that have nothing of value.
Okay, well.
I can't imagine how awkward it was for her coming to work every day. Maybe she gets banged up and she's got to be treated by the doctor who's suing her husband. It could have made for a pleasant work environment. So this was almost inevitable. I guess it makes sense that she waited.
I'm probably gonna go brush my teeth. I'll be right back.
Get a fairly highly featured match at WrestleMania. But now she's done. How big a loss is this now?
She's a great talent, so it's a lot because she's a great talent. What was really interesting was the way that she left and retired. She didn't have to kind of do any favors on the way out. You know, it's the old wrestling thing of doing the job on the way out. She was able to come back and win at WrestleMania, and then kind of go out on her own terms a couple weeks later. And WWE even acknowledged it and wished her well on TV. You know, which is really, I guess, WWE trying to look as supportive as they can in light of the situation that there is a lawsuit going on behind the scenes and everything else. So it was kind of cool that her return was, her comeback from injury went as smoothly as it did when it could have gotten a lot uglier. In terms of a loss, she's a great talent. She's been great on TV for the past 4 years. But there are a lot of other women down in NXT and on the roster who can kind of benefit from this opening now and really kind of take advantage of that and get their opportunity.
Yeah. My hope is that it's not something she lives to regret. And God bless her. If she's ready to move on, I think that's great. I think marriage is important. I think supporting your spouse is important. That's all terrific. But, I've interviewed her before. My sense about her is that her in particular, maybe more than almost anybody on that roster, male or female, really was a fan of wrestling, and this really was a dream of her, a dream of hers, and she got to pursue it, and really she achieved on the highest level. So it's not like she can look back with any kind of regret, but she's still very young, and to retire and close at this age, again, understanding that I don't know that there's any other option. I mean, it's almost a necessity. But I guess it's all to say, I hope everything works out with her and Punk, and they live happily ever after, and she doesn't look back with many regrets.
When it comes to retirement, look at Terry Funk. Retirement's wrestling.
But you know what? That's a lot harder to do when you're a woman, right?
A lot harder to do.
To come back at 50 something. I don't see AJ Lee wrestling into her 60s, and that's another really important part of this whole discussion is that, for better or for worse, certainly WWE appearance and beauty and all that is such a big factor. Somebody like Victoria really defied time. I mean, doing this into her 40s. Certainly WWE, that window is pretty small. I mean, I think by the time you're in your mid-30s, you're already under Vince McMahon's eyes, kind of over the hill.
But again, if she wants to wrestle, if she really likes it that much that she wants to continue to wrestle, she'll find a way to continue to wrestle without WWE. I mean, if she's with Punk, I don't think money is a matter right now. She's probably won't be doing it for the money, so she doesn't have to do the payout she was doing with WWE, but she can get booked in some independent promotions. She could be going to England, to other parts of the world.
So I mean, at the end of the day, if she really wants to, keep doing wrestling, she'll find a way to do so.
Yeah, it's absolutely true, and I wouldn't be surprised I would never expect to see somebody like CM Punk turn up in TNA, but I wouldn't be surprised maybe to see AJ Lee turn up in TNA just for those reasons. I mean, if she still has that passion and that love, and for very valid reasons, she can't pursue it in WWE. And if it's not about the money anymore, and I would think, as you said, Pat, her and Punk are probably financially secure, then if she does it for the love, I wouldn't rule out her, maybe being interested in working with some of the women in TNA, in Shimmer, anywhere else, internationally. So, good for her. If that really be doing it for all the right reasons. So, I'd love to see it.
Speaking of that point, really interesting to see the pendulum swing the other way. For years, it's been, women on the independents who want to make it to WWE. It would be really nice to see somebody from WWE who's had that success want to make it in the independents and say, I did WWE, I got that off my list, I've accomplished it. I'd like to try to work in a Fed, even if it's the independents where you're only working once every few months or, once a week, whatever, where I can go out and have 20-minute matches, where I can go against, some of the Joshi girls from Japan or some of these international names or people like Lufisto, who are very, very well respected on the independent roster and have the opportunity to work with those talents for 15-minute plus matches.
Yeah.
Interesting to see.
Yeah, and she could do a lot to raise the profile of a lot of those groups. You've got AJ Lee on your card. You can count on maybe doubling your house. So, I'm interested to see if that happens or if she ends up at MMA either. Again, her being married to Punk, it's his passion become her passion. So who knows? Anyway, we've got a couple minutes here. Why don't we talk a little bit about Raw last night? Not terribly eventful. We're in that kind of post-WrestleMania funk. They always do this European tour a couple weeks after WrestleMania, so you get this taped Raw that always has a little bit of a canned feeling, not the most spontaneous, not the most newsworthy. But there was some advancement of a couple angles. We now know Randy Orton, Seth Rollins in a cage match for the world title at Extreme Rules with the RKO band. We talked a little bit about the direction WWE is going with their main event picture after WrestleMania. Dan, what do you think about this direction?
It's interesting you mentioned that, though. A cage match at Extreme Rules with an RKO band. I know what they're doing, but it's a cage. The entire mentality of a cage is everything goes, no outside interference, but then you're taking away a move that's so, I don't want to say generic, but you see it every week. It's so kind of backwards. I mean, I can't imagine anyone that would be more likely to buy this pay-per-view because they are not allowed to see one of the most dynamic moves in WWE.
Well, that might be the finish, though, right? I mean, I could see a situation where, Orton kind of just losing his cool, spontaneously hits RKO, gets disqualified inside a cage match at Extreme Rules, which is as ridiculous as it comes. But that does, I guess, go toward the Seth Rollins kind of weaselly heel champion. Reminds me a little bit of the Christian Randy Orton feud from some years back when Christian was the champion. And remember, they had that match where I guess the title could change if Orton was disqualified or something like that, and Christian was spitting in his face, and I actually really like that finish, and I like that whole angle. So, there's definitely some parallels to be drawn between that Christian character and this Seth Rollins character. So it may just be a way to kind of move the feud along another month.
Yeah, and also, Paige having the return to England. That was good to see last night, and I guess the apparent heel turn for Naomi, whether or not that sticks once they get back to the U.S. or not, but definitely some rejuvenation in the women's division or Divas division now with AJ gone. It looks like that might be the new focus going forward.
Yeah, and we've questioned where Roman Reigns is going after WrestleMania. And I don't know that that's any more clear. I mean, he's working with the Big Show. It looks like they, it might be a full-fledged feud right now. But man, you talk about a drop-off. it'd be one thing, and it's not to be down on Big Show, who I have a lot of respect for, but the issue is those two worked a ton before WrestleMania in these kind of mid-card throwaway matches when they were just grooming Reigns for WrestleMania, and now he headlines on the biggest stage, and coming out of that, he goes back to working with Big Show. I mean, it just seems like quite the fall from grace, and I don't know that it does a whole lot to advance Roman Reigns' progress in WWE.
No, if anything, it can hold him steady at a certain level. But it would have been a better move if they had, coming out of WrestleMania, I think, put him in against a fresh opponent. Be it, you don't want to do it with Sheamus because they have other plans with Sheamus right now, but Bad News Barrett or somebody else that he hadn't been steadily working with. Give him a reason to have a feud going, but then you can kind of sidetrack him. If he's not going to be in your world title picture right away, then move him out, get him into something fresh, and get people interested in him again. By putting him in like a stale retread of a program that he already had, it just underlines the fact that he, as Big Show came out and said last night, that he lost at WrestleMania. And the best way to kind of jumpstart Roman is to, have people focus on the future instead of the past. So I don't know why they're putting him with Big Show right now, other than the fact that maybe they think Big Show can help him, I think it's kind of a meme right now, but make Roman look strong. That whole terminology is that when he's in there and he gets a chance to do feats of strength against Big Show, it physically makes him look strong. But I think Roman needs a little bit more than the big guy can provide right now.
And he needs to keep having good matches. I mean, he's coming off back-to-back really good matches with two very different opponents at pay-per-views, Daniel Bryan and Brock Lesnar. I thought he really shined in both. I think the chances of him having a very good match with Big Show, and not that it necessarily has to be awful, and Big Show does what he does really well. I mean, the guy is a pro in every sense. But we've seen it. It's never been very good. I guess it being Extreme Rules, they can throw in some of the bells and whistles that can make it a little more exciting. But I'm not terribly hopeful of what that's going to look like. Otherwise, John Cena, still has the U.S. title, the moving back.
All right, I'm back.
What do you think about this U.S. Open challenge where every week he's working as kind of a mid-card guy? I like it. I think it's good for Cena. I think it's good for the guys who he's working with to be in there with the biggest star in wrestling. And most of all, I think it's good for the U.S. title. How about you?
Agreed completely. I think that, it's another way, if you, like I was saying before about revisiting a program and
Thunder Rosa in Tokyo.
This contest will involve a 60-minute time limit for the AEW Women's World Championship. Introducing the challenger from Fukuoka, Japan. This is Miyu Yamashita.
Somebody was prepared for a match tonight by meditating as I interrupted her inadvertently. Miyu Yamashita has trained in karate since a very young age, and it complements her pro wrestling technique extremely well, as Thunder Rosa found out firsthand. Here comes our girl.
From the graveyards of Tijuana, Mexico, she is the AEW Women's World Champion, Thunder
Rosa, she wants to get her hands so bad on your master, so bad that she's got a victory over it. I'll tell you from experience, guys, that will rent space in your head. Even without the championship was on the line in Japan, once you got that victory on the Excalibur, that rents space in the head of the champion.
It's on the line now because this is a championship match.
Miyu Yamashita upsetting the champion at Tokyo Joshi Pro Summer Sun Princess event a few weeks ago. And then Yamashita
winning that eliminator match, now coming here to Massachusetts to fight for the AEW Women's World Championship.
You know, Auburn right there, wrist locks 2-on-1 right there, nice snap there. Into a rear choke like I should say, the counter, shit through.
Both these ladies are highly skilled.
Yeah.
As Excalibur said, the young lady from Japan is certainly been training since she was under 6-8 years old.
You know, Ted, you brought up a good point about the earlier loss. Yeah. They say a lot of times it's hard to beat a person twice, but then again, in wrestling, because there's such a mental part of the game, you know, maybe her confidence it could be down.
Rosa, it could be with Rosa. And AEW's Fight for the Fallen benefits Oceana, an organization working exclusively on protecting and restoring our oceans on a global scale. We're proud to announce as part of our Shark Week collaboration with Warner Discovery, AEW will be donating $100,000 to Oceana. You can text SHARK to 707070 to ban the Shark Fin trade in the United States from Moscow and Thunder Rosa trading near falls.
Yeah, good sweep the ankle right there by Rosa, and turnabout's fair play by Yamasa, and maybe a standoff here. Yeah, sure thing.
We'll get the home of the Ohio State University next Wednesday night with all the Buckeye fans and others around.
Buckeyes will be there.
And, you know, thus far in this Women's World Championship match, we have not seen Yamashita employ her Kyokushin karate background. But there she intercepted the right hand. Yamashita, she felt the sting of that.
Correct. Except to your point, though, Rosa's got to rely on her jiu-jitsu ability and her pro wrestling. And don't get to a striking game because you're landing. She's not going to win that because of the karate background.
Yamashita elevates Thunder Rosa over the top, and then
these ladies seem almost a half a step cautious. It's not exactly the pace that I was expecting.
I think you're right, though. And you know what, JR, you've called hundreds of World Championship matches, so thousands. Well said, Cole, but thanks for correcting me on the intro. I appreciate that. But
wait a second. Thunder Rosa is now, as Yamashita on the
struggling here.
Yamashita tied up in the ropes. Thunder Rosa. Yamashita comes back in the ring.
Yeah, as the aggressor.
That sweeps out the leg of Thunder Rosa.
Well, the point I was trying to make about you, JR, until Shivani Barricade was basically that, yeah, you know how it is. When these championships are on the line, you can't make those mistakes. You've got to be a little cautious.
Well, I agree with that, but I just think both ladies are going to be well trained when they get more aggressive like that. Right? Thunder Rosa never has a problem being aggressive. This is the first time I've seen this other young lady in person.
Right, but this other lady, she's got the victory over her. We've been pointing that out, right? I think that's very important to remember. Oh, chop by Rosa.
Hear that? Massive chop by Thunder Rosa. And now,
and if all pro wrestlers had the passion of Thunder Rosa has, he'd be in a better place.
The return by Yamashita in this Women's World Championship continues in picture-in-picture.
Tomorrow, I love sharks. Tracy Moore.
Do you want to say your goodnights before the main event or something?
Well, I don't know how close are we.
World Championship is on the line.
Hold on.
A fashion billionaire with a dark secret.
Things were happening at these parties that shouldn't be. They were a hunting ground for Peter Nygaard.
Rich and Shameless, Peter Nygaard's Unseen Tapes. Monday at 10 on TNT.
The AEW Women's World Championship is on the line. Thunder Rosa looking to defend against the number one ranked Yamashita, who defeated Rosa in the Women's World Championship eliminator match in Tokyo. Can she do the same here tonight in the United States?
I think she's made a mistake. She and Yamashita's got to let Thunder Rosa back into this. They dropped the break. Yeah, definitely control. Yamashita had it, but now here comes the champ.
Buffalo and Albany, New York, here we come.
Thunder Rosa, Northern Lights suplex, 1, 2, no, Yamashita.
And to your point, Yamashita was very deliberate during the break. Thunder Rosa would pull herself up. She let her pull herself up.
I think the challenger has been very deliberate this whole match. But what that says to me is that she's very first in controlling the tempo.
Well, JR, to that point, we really haven't seen Yamashita rely on her karate background at all in this match. This has been almost a straight-up wrestling match.
Yamashita's up, though, and there it is, to your point. That high grab long, get ahead.
That's the difference maker, Taz.
That's right, that flexibility you saw by Yamashita, that high grab kick while Rosa was on the ropes.
Thunder Rosa, big elbow strike.
They're turning Brian Danielson next.
That's right,
Live, huge.
Thunder Rosa and Yamashita trading, and Thunder Rosa blocks the lariat attempt. Yamashita blocks it from Thunder Rosa. Oh!
The heads might have clumped it. Oh, shoot, my head's getting clumped. Kick.
Yeah, the roundhouse kick by Yamashita. Thunder Rosa just a leaping kick. And now Yamashita, though.
And follow her into the ropes.
And now Thunder Rosa, the Cazadora. And Yamashita, Yamashita hangs on! Oh, Sherman suplex!
Shoulders are down! Whoa! So hard to do a suplex in German like that when you're that low on your opponent around the hips. Takes a lot of strength in your core and lower back. Great job by Yamashita right there. But excellent job on the kickoff by Rosa. Watch out for that strike. Thunder Rosa, you can lose your title here.
Into the midsection by Thunder Rosa. Yamashita stopped in her tracks. Thunder Rosa looking for that Fire Thunder driver.
These ladies having trouble gaining momentum and building. Oh! That might do it right there to get started.
Physical, very physical for the...
Oh! The skull kick! No! Thunder Rosa had to grab the ropes.
Keyword is had to grab the ropes to right. I'll tell you what, maybe she just got something over on Rosa, man. Maybe we're going to crown the champion.
Yamashita coming into Worcester, Massachusetts, and has the champ figuratively and literally on the ropes. Now Yamashita, this is how the first match ended. Thunder Rosa countered the counter.
What did Thunder learn out of that experience?
And there's the roll-up. 1, 2, Yamashita.
There's the tilt. There it is. You got it.
No. Thunder Rosa able to kick out, though.
She learned from her lesson.
Correct. Just shift your weight a little bit. A mouthpiece just went in here by Rosa, I believe. I think she did a mouthpiece.
Kick right to the head. Elbow to the head. Hard shots, man.
Now the karate on display of Yamashita. She flipped for Crash Rabbit Heat with Thunder Rosa.
That's on the knee.
Back to the second knee. Yamashita kicks the knee.
Caught the knee.
And now Yamashita, the kick caught Thunder Rosa a roundhouse. I think Yamashita was expecting that.
I wasn't expecting that.
Thunder Rosa. Wow.
That's it.
Gotta be
2, 3. Thunder Rosa retains.
It's Thunder Rosa time. Here tonight in Worcester.
Now winning this match. And still AEW Women's World Champion, Thunder Rosa.
What a battle, guys. Yeah, I tell you, the face of Thunder Rosa after the pin said it all, didn't it? What a struggle she had to win.
It was a war, but Thunder Rosa retains the AEW Women's World Championship.
There's only one Thunder Rosa.
And a great win here tonight, a great show of respect.
Yeah, mutual respect by both these ladies.
Coming up this Friday night, AEW Rampage, 10 9 Central on TNT. Tina versus Student Matt Sydal versus Lee Moriarty, Ethan Page, and Leon Rush.
So we got the main event right here with us.
Appreciation Society.
Chris Perry will join us.
Possibly be the biggest match of Daniel Garcia's career and the most nightmarish match for Bryan Danielson. He's coming back too early, and Daniel's going to take him out.
Your main event is set for a 1 fall or TV time remaining. Proudly sports entertaining for the Jericho Appreciation. From Buffalo, weighing 187 pounds, Daniel Garcia.
I'll tell you, Chris, it seems like you got Garcia ready to go. I can see it in his eyes, man.
He is exactly what I expected him to be when I recruited him. He is a killer and a future world champion.
He does have a little serial killer in him.
He does. I call him that, Jim.
No contest.
He's got a nasty streak.
But this man has a nasty streak of his own.
Returning to the ring from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing 197 pounds, the American Dragon, Ryan Danielson.
Some say he's the best pure wrestler in the world.
That might be the case, Jim Ross, one of the all-time greats, but we have not seen him in the ring since I put him out at Anarchy in the arena, and I'm saying it to you once, I'll say it to you again.
Oh, look at
He's coming back too early. He's coming back too early. Come on, Danny.
Look, Jericho, you might be right. That's why Dan should attack.
He knows some of these shots, man.
You might be right, Chris.
He knows. He had to attack him from behind before the bell.
People might love it, but he did choke the dude before him.
Exactly.
Danielson charges and the boot off the jaw. Brings to his feet.
And that hurt a lot.
Brian Danielson, the uppercut. Daniel Garcia stumbling out of the gate, so to speak, here. I spoke too soon. The kick to the chest.
Whoa.
Wow, Garcia elevated up and over the top. Danielson. We'll hit a steam here. Top base. Suicida.
Rough landing for Danielson, though. Don't forget. He's coming back from being choked out, knocked out by Chris Jericho and Jake Hager over 6 weeks ago.
It looked like Danielson, to the point Chris landed on his face and head area to show why he hit Garcia.
Fans, a well-deserved welcome back chant for Brian Danielson.
How about a moronic welcome back chant? Like Christians watching a Roman watching a Christian being fed the lions. The barbaric watching Danielson back. He's in too early, Jim.
We'll see, Chris. Time will tell. It's an interesting theory. No doubt about that. Look at this. In the ropes. Garcia delivering those elbow strikes to Danielson.
Smart. Garcia saw an opening. He attacked right away, but now he got mounted here by Danielson. Turn away. Oh, that's the problem.
One of those gets him like right.
I'll tell you this crowd tonight in Worcester, Massachusetts is on fire.
Amazing.
They're happy to see Brian Danielson back. I am not. He should have stayed away.
Those right elbows raining down on Daniel Garcia, but Garcia comes back and uppercut.
And that's another one. Strong uppercut. Second by Garcia. A clubbing elbow to the back of the skull.
When we have an opportunity, I want to hear a little bit more about your challenge to Moxley.
Absolutely, Jim. It's been a long time since the very first AEW World Champion wore that gold around my waist, and now it's my chance. I'm on fire as well. I'm hot right now, Jim.
You are that.
I'm at the peak of my game.
Neckbreaker by Garcia. Garcia, lateral press.
To that point, Chris heard Mox say he wants the last survivor in a hard dungeon.
I faced that guy.
Okay.
My very first match at the ECW Arena was against Taz.
That's right. And I was saying that about Mox. Be careful when you look for that Chris Jericho.
That is coming up in 2 weeks. AEW Dynamite right by the lake live from Minneapolis, Minnesota at the Target Center. AEWTIX.com.
Jericho versus Moxley for the World Championship. That is a main event, classic match in the making.
Look at this, ripping the padding of the Excalibur.
Garcia exposed. They say that padding's not very thick anyway. No. And now it's nothing but concrete.
That vicious streak we talked about earlier.
And Taz, as we mentioned before, that padding really there to prevent lacerations more than anything.
Correct.
Oh! The hip comes back to the elbow. Just thrown into the railing.
Broke the count, and use the momentum that Garcia gave him.
Nobody in this country has more wrestling stats than that man right there.
He's definitely focused. Danielson definitely is to the point, Jim, no doubt.
Danielson! I honestly believe that Brian Danielson will be motivated to become a very dangerous, sadistic human being.
One of the proteges of one William Regal who refused to come out here today because of me. Even Regal is scared of Chris Jericho.
Regal hates you, Chris.
He does, and I hate him. And I hate Danielson as well.
Danielson up to the top.
Oh! solid drop kick. But look at this. Look at Danielson. Did he whack himself? Did he ring his own bell?
He might have rang his own bell.
Look at this. I told him.
Danielson may have.
That's a serious situation.
May have come back to.
Look at that guy. Look, Mark. I told you he came back too early. Well, the thing about it is, your mortgage will recover.
Well, you got to assume whoever gets to a vertical base first might have the advantage. But I think Danielson might be hurt, and I agree with you, Jim. Go for that cover. He's still bumping.
You know, even smarter. Beat him down even more. Stab the serial killer while he's down.
Using those shots to the side of the head of Danielson. Hold the submission or go for a cover. I agree with Jim Ross. I mean, I think there was opportunity there.
But once again, I have to Brian Danielson is one of the most dangerous men in pro wrestling. Danny was hurt until Danielson whacked his head, and now Danny, he gave him the time to come back up and be the aggressor once again.
Heavy-handed chops. Heel of the hand, make an impact.
Oh, wait a second, Danielson lands on his feet. Oh, look at Danielson collapses, and
I knew it.
This is
he's out.
Not good.
Ring the bell, Bryce, you idiot.
Not good.
Save him from a life of brain damage.
hesitation on the
He's a
Garcia.
guys. He really is. Look at this guy. He's out on his feet.
Anderson's smart. He broke the count.
No, look.
Whoa! Garcia sending Danielson into the steps.
But don't forget, he moved that padding. That's concrete right there.
Wait a second. No, come on.
No! The DDT on the concrete. There's a yes I can get behind.
Our main event will continue. Picture Garcia just DDT dancing on the concrete.
Yes!
Fridays on TNT.
Continues here live on Dynamite.
Battle Box coming up next. Or stream on Discovery Plus.
Our main event continues here live on Dynamite. Daniel Garcia taking the fight to a rattled American Dragon, Brian Danielson, and Danielson's return match.
What a hard-hitting affair, must I say.
Well, now Danielson finally able to fight back. Danielson early this match has now the initial drop kick landed on the back of his own head and has not been the same.
Don't forget about the DDT
on the cement. Yes.
I'm telling you, I say it once, I say it 1,000 times. Sports entertainers beat pro wrestlers every single time. And I've seen this again tonight.
Drop kick for the ribs. Garcia once again the stomps.
Just well placed, sick.
Can I just say we're coming to Canada for the first time ever? You know, I'm going to be given a king's welcome there, Jim Ross.
Sure you will.
The hero of Canada.
They should have a parade for it.
They will.
We'll
The prison parade.
be there 2 nights, Christian.
Damn right, Jim. We're tearing up on Yonge Street, me and you. Just like the old days. Look at this.
Right now you see Garcia fingers in an open wound.
That's just very sadistic.
Not as good as
He has some punches, and that make him play very well as time goes on.
Once again, we're seeing the physical wound that Brian Danielson is sporting, but how about the internal wounds that he's feeling right now? He still hasn't been able to stand up straight since that drop kick and since that DDT on the concrete.
If you thought tonight's action was epic, wait till you see what's up next. It's more hits, more knockouts, and more carnage. It's robot fighting time. BattleBots is now on TBS next, immediately following Dynamite.
And you're a big old boxing. Dunkin' Donuts, Dippin' Dots.
Look at this, stopping Everman. Now you see right here, Garcia, he's Danielson right where he wants him.
Man, look at this. Don't tell me you don't see a future world champion here. Brian Danielson is one of the greatest of all time.
Well, the future world champion's fighting.
Danny's right. Hey,
Winning man's forehead.
whatever works.
You got it by any means necessary. I gotta say, I agree with Jericho. I mean, it's a battle, it's a war. You're the underdog. If you're Garcia, this is about Danielson. This whole match is Danielson's return. Hey, you know what? If you're Garcia, you like the hell with that. But look at
Danielson escapes.
Split out the back door.
Watch out, Danny.
Position the feet of Garcia.
What a shot. That's fine. And another one. That's going to lock Garcia up. Shots and shots.
Never any wasted motion with Brian Danielson. Look at that though, guys. He dropped those feet Danielson did. He is not 100%. I bet you see three Garcias.
Wait a second. Danielson maybe looking for the back suplex.
That move by Danielson can land on his own head here.
Garcia sent for a ride.
I don't understand why Danielson did that. He's using smart between his ropes. That was not smart. Who's hurt worse on that one?
Taz Danielson may just be operating on instinct alone.
I agree. Watch both heads hit the canvas.
That was hurt right there, Michael.
Danielson's arms.
I thought he did a good job of keeping his head off the canvas.
He tried. I agree, but he definitely there was a little bit of whiplash effect.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But don't undermine the whiplash as well when he's already dizzy. I mean, I'm assuming he's dizzy, but look at him.
Danielson still unsteady on his feet, even after delivering that avalanche back suplex. Garcia the chop to the chest. Danielson usually.
I think Danielson should pick the pace up. I'm sorry. Garcia should pick the pace up here, I should say.
Can't allow Brian Danielson any opportunity to recover, JR.
Brian just gritted his teeth, stuck his chest out, and said, bring it.
You don't want to go blow for blow here. You do not want the greatest kickers in the business. The striking, the great striker.
That's just art. If you're a fan of the genre, we're seeing some art right now. Drawn on a very physical canvas.
Well, that's a lot of years of kickbox training, Muay Thai style kickbox training. Well, I'm not a fan of the genre. I'm a sports entertainer. This is just vicious.
Danielson, the kick to Garcia, and Garcia flat on his back.
Danielson has a connection with the audience like no other. People love this man. Look at that. He had that momentum carry go. He felt the audience of American Dragon and he dropped his knees. I'm telling you, I don't want to be a broken record, but this man is not 100%. There's only so much the crowd can do. He's already in the water. Look, Danny.
The wrist capturing Garcia. Oh, beautiful move. The counter by Garcia. He's looking to put Danielson to sleep.
Got that in pretty tight. He got to try to be able to another leg in.
And Garcia lost the hooks and Danielson up to his feet.
Brian trying to get to his feet. Just reestablish a vertical base. Then our question is, what can he do with it?
So roll through for a cover. Nope.
And now Danielson.
The chicken wing.
Goes over another counter mutilation.
Mutilation.
Garcia was flat on his stomach. Danielson maintains control. Tiger suplex by Brian Danielson. 2. No.
Come on, Danny. Tiger suplex, one of the toughest suplexes to pull off, especially this late in the match.
The elbows.
Oh, but Garcia hung on to the elbow.
You gotta like that. You're Chris Jericho.
And I like this. Give him a little of his own medicine.
Garcia the hammer and anvil elbows.
That's well done. Danielson between the hammer and the anvil. As Garcia rings those elbows down on his head.
But Danielson is getting up to his
feet. Yeah.
You want to be the hammer, not the nail.
Hey, there's a hammer for you. Come on, Danny.
Garcia. Now,
what is this?
The shoulder capture suplex.
And what a near fall. Beautiful. Beautiful execution on both sides of the equation.
That took everything Garcia had to be able to kick out.
Look at this move. Look at it. It's just not an accordion right there.
Inside the ring, Danielson was looking for the psycho knee, but Garcia countered.
Beautiful. Counter, Danny.
Now Garcia, the foreleg. No!
Come on, Mask of the Red Death is on fire right now. Go for that scorpion. Nice counter. No. Get you.
Tight cover.
Just about to say tight.
Really nice counter, to say the very least.
Slap to the face and look at Danielson.
He looks,
what a match. Looks nuts.
Conflicted nuts.
Those shoulder palms.
Well, rolling elbow strike. As Garcia unsteady on his feet. Now Danielson up on psycho knee.
Wow. The unsteadiness has caused the opportunity for Brian.
Oh, I think Garcia's in grave danger here, boys. He's squeaking out. We gotta get to those ropes.
Garcia, that lapel lock is coming.
He's out of bounds. Referee will break.
Go outside, Daddy. Good move. That is a good move. Bring some momentum here. Can't win when you're outside.
But Danielson,
running knee off the apron with a full head of
Garcia!
Danielson, the diving knee, connected with Garcia. And that,
You don't even fall asleep on the
Okay.
Look at this! It was a ring technician. He got lost.
Wait a second. Garcia's a pocket driver.
Big upset coming here, folks.
He's gonna put him in.
Garcia, after that hand kick under the ring to grab the boot of Daniels and Garcia. Sharpshooter.
Lay in!
Sharpshooter.
Garcia's gonna get him. Come on, Danny.
Submission moves of all time.
Lean back. He's done.
Garcia cranking back.
He's gonna tap.
What is going on here?
He's gonna tap.
Garcia tearing at the knees of Danielson.
He's gonna tap out of Tommy right now.
Wait a minute, this kind of reminds me of Stone Cold and Bret Hart WrestleMania 13.
It's over. Garcia wins it. Referee stopped it.
Garcia.
What an upset we just witnessed. Look at this.
Good for Daniel Garcia.
Oh, that was a hand, the foul play of Jake Hager. Grabbed the boot of Danielson to open the door for Daniel Garcia to upset Brian
I
Danielson.
think we strongly could assume that you might be right, Excalibur. I'm pretty sure that's that same sweatshirt I would think.
Big night for Jericho. It is a esteemed group. Daniel Garcia just upset the American Dragon. I'll tell your kids you were there or you watched it.
Hell of a match and hell of a night, guys. What a night it was tonight.
Well, big matches coming up, big matches made. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for inviting us into your home. For Taz, Excalibur, I'm Jim Ross saying good night, everybody.
Yeah, what they say. Good night to everybody, including my family. Good night, Michael.
Good night.
You want to say your good nights real quick? To your...
I just did. I said good night.
Oh, okay.
Going up against this team, captained by Ethan Kurtz, chances are you're going to scream, ow, that freaking